Hello and welcome to Minimise Debt, Maximise Cash with Top Service, where each episode we will give you tips on how to maximise your cash and minimise your debt in the construction industry. My name's Emma Riley, Top Service CEO, Fellow of the Chartered Institute of Credit Management and current FCICM Council Advisory Member representing Trade Credit. Happy New Year for 2026. To begin the podcast this year, we should be doing a series of episodes taken from a joint webinar we ran with the FCICM in June 2025. It was a half-year review and was titled At the Coalface. There were a lot of principles shared, and as we start a new year, we think it's a good idea to remind ourselves of this. This episode is about drawing up contracts. You will hear Philip King asking the questions, and Jonathan Ward of National Timber Company and Simon Howell of Tarmac answering. Apologies for the keyboard clacking sound, someone left their mic on.
So let's get straight into what is happening at the Coalface. Jonathan, on the contracts front, are you seeing any changes to the position taken by parties at negotiation stage currently?
Yeah, it's people are becoming a little bit more entrenched, and it's more difficult to get beyond the standard contracts. It takes some work, it takes some negotiation. Often with national contractors, you need to be speaking to the legal teams and to come to a compromise. But it's a challenging environment at the moment for that.
Okay, and Simon, are retentions more or less likely to be imposed and demanded now than they have been in the past?
I think any party now is going to be looking for anything that they can take an advantage of. Margins are very tight, certainly in every contract that we're entering, and we've got a very large contracting business within Tarmac. And certainly from that point of view, we see retentions are being demanded. We resist them. Others resist them wherever possible. But it is a very commonplace and continuing issue within the industry.
Are they a constant level? Have they been for a while? Or
I think I don't see any particular increase in it. They've been constant. What we are seeing is a push towards longer levels and longer periods of retention, whereas the norm would be 12 months. And we're seeing it particularly, and I've got to say, coming out potentially from government as well for longer periods.
Okay, so that poses a particular challenge, doesn't it? Both in terms of managing that across the business and also collecting it later on when it's older and
control. Control is the difficult bit. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. Again, with you, Simon, what areas of the contract currently are the most contentious at negotiation stage? What are you arguing about now? And has that changed over the last year or two, or is it still?
Yeah, it's some things never change. There's never rocket science behind this. It's about rates and things like that, of course. But big thing, terms of trade, how long you have to pay. People are always trying to get those to be as lengthy as possible. And certainly from that point of view, we're starting to see a push, particularly as you move, in certain areas away from perhaps governmental work, which tends to be paid because of their movement on payment reporting and so on at a standard rate. Certainly, if you move into the commercial world, that lengthens quite considerably.
I was going to mention that because the Procurement Act is sort of now dictating that it has to be 30 days right all the way down the line. I was wondering whether that was influencing behaviour in the private sector contracts, but it sounds like it's not.
I haven't seen that. Yeah, I think the point you've made there is a valid one, Philip. In that, funny enough, yesterday we had a conversation exactly about all of those elements of. And we see it on HS2, for example, where it is a contractual obligation that everybody gets paid on 30 days. That is the same with the government in terms of the fair payment charter and so on. But what we don't see that moving out into other areas particularly.
Hello, Emma here again. Thank you for listening. If there are any other questions, please do contact us on LinkedIn. Just search Top Service Limited. And also do check out a video version of this podcast on our YouTube channel. Once again, search for Top Service Limited. If we don't see you online, we will see you in the next episode where we will help you to maximise your cash and minimise your debt. Bye bye from Top Service.